I really want to talk to you guys about this because, man, I felt bad. Yeah, I really do feel bad. I don't like the downfall of other people. I always like to uplift other people and bring them up and at least make some money, man. Like, I don't want you to lose money. I want you to make money at least. When it comes out starting with the dog business and stuff like that. And I feel like with me, I should have been responsible about that. I should have taught Jeremy how to do it. And this dog game is no damn joke, man. It is scary. You can lose money, and it's not just, oh, you breed a dog or in a C-section, and then after that everything's all good, and then after that and the mom takes care of the puppies on her own. I wish it was that simple because French bulldogs be a lot cheaper, but nope, it ain't. I just wish it was like that. So yeah, I really want to talk to you guys pretty much about this, just because, man, it sucks for Jeremy. I didn't want Jeremy to lose money, and I wish that I should have taught him. Just he did a planned C-section. He did a planned C-section. The thing that I was thinking, like, wow, shouldn't the vet should have known? Shouldn't the vet should have known, like, to do a progesterone test? Because I'll show you guys a picture right here, right? I'll show you guys this picture right here, and we look at this, right? With me looking at this puppy, it looks hella premature. It's not like a fetus, but it's premature. You can tell. To tell if a puppy is premature, right? And this is the thing that gets, it makes me kind of mad too. It's just that, looking at the snout, look at the forearms, right? Even look at the forearms and the head. It's barely got any hair, right? And when you see something like that, it's obviously a premature puppy that could be within 2 to 1, maybe 1 or 2 days, right? Maybe 2 or 3 days. You don't know. It's really critical when you do a C-section. The timing of the C-section, right? It's really critical because when you have premature puppies, I've even experienced this, and I've lost a fuck ton of puppies and money. But I'll talk to you guys about that in a bit. But let me explain this. When you have premature puppies, the lungs are not fully developed and they can't breathe correctly. They don't get a lot of oxygen correctly, and they're French bulldogs, which makes them even have a bigger disadvantage. And then they have an easier time aspirating. They're weak. They can't suckle as good as normal puppies. Therefore, they just aspirate and die. The most common reason why they die is because of aspiration pneumonia. Aspiration pneumonia, if you guys didn't know, is just the inflammation of the lungs. Lungs get, like, milk gets inside the lungs, and then they get inflamed or they get infected, and then, you're not supposed to have shit in your lungs anyway. So, they get sick, they can't breathe correctly, and then their immune system gets weak. They don't want to suckle no more, they don't want to eat no more, and you have no antibiotics, and you can't treat that ASAP, and then boom, puppies are dead. So that's what it is. With having premature puppies, it's just a bad start to start with. It sucks. I mean, you can beat it. Like, you can't, they can grow too, but you have to be really professional, and it's like a 50-50 shot, right? You have to tube feed, because if you bottle feed or let them suck, they can't suck, and they're just gonna fatigue out, and they're just gonna die. They can't get food, man. They just suck. They're trash. I'm just gonna admit, they're trash. They need needs. They need taken care of. Like, they need constant needs. You have to tend to them. You have to take care of them. And I just really want to talk about this, man, because lots of you guys think, oh, you guys can get into French bulldogs and stuff like that. I'm like, cool, that's sweet. I want you to get in French bulldogs and learn it. It's an amazing breed, right? I like this to be more competitive, right? It's totally cool. I want things to be more competitive, so that way prices are higher, right? So, I know I can sell the top dogs anyway. So, but anyway, it sucks, man, because with me, with Jeremy having one pup, that sucked already. And guys, it just, I was thinking, shouldn't the vet, man, just like, fuck, guys, with me, if you guys see my recent video with Luna and Roach's breeding, when Luna came into labor, I always ask, I know she's ready, right? But let's do a progesterone test. Even my vet knows that, my vet knows the drill. Like, okay, yeah, let's do the progesterone test. I'd rather spend another 80, 100 bucks just to make sure, like, okay, she's good. Spend that 80, 100 bucks more just to make sure, like, she's good. Like, make sure the puppies are good as well. The puppies are fully, like, they're ready to come out. you know, the progesterone test, which should tell you, it should tell you most of the time that the puppies are ready, right? Hopefully you guys learned something from that. So, you know, it's just trash, you know, to begin with, all around with. And I think Jeremy, he spent like $1,000 on a C-section, and then probably spent some money on the whelper. And then I told him, like, hey, you know, he was surprised, like, why is the puppy dead? Well, it's because of the things I just told you guys just now, because it's a premature puppy. And, you know, I kind of felt like it was my fault. Like, oh man, I should have told you. But, you know, at the same time, I was thinking like, oh man, you know, the vets are good. The vets are good enough. You know, they should be, they're smart. You know, they should do progesterone tests and tell you, hey, they're ready. But now I'm just thinking like, man, maybe, you know, me and my dad were talking about this. You know, maybe they don't give a shit, right? Maybe they don't give a shit. You know, they're just doing it for the money. You know, they don't care if the puppy survives or not. You know, it's just that's just what I was thinking. And I know it feels wrong for me to think about it that way, but I don't know, man. You never know. You know, it just, guys, you know, I always try to be optimistic, but then now I'm just thinking like maybe it was that. So I'm not really sure. You know, I thought all vets should have known that to do a progesterone test and, you know, spend the extra $80, $100. Hey, more money for the vet, right? So, you know, and it sucks, man. You know, and you know, guys, with me now, I'm gonna talk about my story of how I learned that premature puppies suck to have to begin with, anyway. And yeah, it was a breeding that I did about a year and a half ago, and before I started doing these YouTube stuff, right? And when I learned everything, pretty much, and I had a litter of 7 puppies, and then yeah, they were all premature, you know, hella premature too, and just like that, with that same picture, rare colors, lilacs, blues, you know, blue fawns. Lost a lot of money with that. And, you know, I paid a ER, you know, ER C-section, which is with me around over here where I live at, it's around like on average like 2.5K for an ER C-section, so emergency room C-section. And yeah, just I paid for that, took care of the puppies. I didn't even know they're, you know, I was telling the vet like, hey, the puppies look premature, you know. I was really inexperienced too, you know. My dad looked at the puppies. He was like, hey, the puppies are premature. And with me, guys, it couldn't be helped because my bitch already came into labor already. So the puppies were coming out no matter what. You know, they were coming out. Her water broke. I'll show you guys a clip of here. Her water broke. It was like leaking out, like coming out. It didn't bust yet, but it was coming out. So it was gonna go down. So there was no way for us to, maybe there's a shot to counteract the labor symptoms, to hold it in for longer. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do some more research about that, or you guys can comment down in the section below about that. I should have done more research about that before this video, but anyway, yeah, so it was coming out, and puppies came out, and then, you know, I asked the vet like, hey, the puppies look kind of premature, they look kind of young, and she was like, no, they're perfectly healthy, and they're fine, and they're totally healthy. They're strong, and the full term. They are literally full term. I said, okay, I guess. I mean, you're a vet, right? You're a vet. You know what's up. So, you know, a couple days later, or maybe within the first day, one puppy already died, and then second, third, fourth, taking care of them, and then they start having fading puppy syndrome, and then next thing you know, they all died. Shitty ass moment for me. I cried a lot. I felt like shit. I didn't get sleep. And yeah, it's just the way things are. And then, you know, I even took them to the vet too, you know, when things were going down. They gave them IV fluids, that same exact vet during ER hours. You know, I drove for like 30 minutes just to get over there. Boom, came back, you know, she wanted the mom as well. And yeah, took money out of my pocket to do a diagnosis on the mom as well, when I knew the mom was healthy. So it was totally cool. And, you know, charged me a lot, you know, with the care of the puppies, and then the care for the mom. So tests with the mom, all this bullshit testing. And yeah, I lost money right there too. You know, I lost around like $1,200 right there too. So 1,200 plus 25, you guys think about it, that's like 3,700. Lost a lot of money right there. And then I bought an incubator too right there. I'm thinking that it could help everything, worth of like 1,500. So you guys can do the math right here, but you know, I lost a lot of money. I did lose a lot of money, and it was painful. It was painful. You know, I didn't give a shit about the money, honestly. You know, it just sucked because I lost a lot of puppies too, and you know, I cried. I cried like a little bitch. And sorry, you guys. You know, I just really want to talk to you guys about this, my personal experiences, so that way for you guys to learn, you know, from the bottom of my heart. You know, really want you guys to learn within my experiences. You know, it's better like that. It's not just information, but, you know, learning with my experiences as well. And hopefully you guys can take it, you know, within the heart and learn from it for real. So, you know, that's what sucks with Jeremy. You know, I'm gonna do repeat breeding with Jeremy for sure. Usually if it's one puppy, I'm gonna do a repeat breeding. You know, I don't think it's fair. You know, I like to make sure, like, okay, 2 is at least a litter. You can at least make the money back. You know, with this pedigree, or for selling the puppies, you make the money back, especially if it's colors. You know, so you make the money back. You know, and then, you know, you can keep a pup. You know what I mean? So. It sucks. It really does suck. You know, I kind of wish, like, I should have told Jeremy, like, hey, don't ever do planned C-sections. And I don't know if I made a video about this before, but yeah, it just the end result is just trash, man. And breeding's not for everybody, but, you know, if you want to learn. You know, it's a cool experience to know. And yeah, that's cool. So hopefully you guys enjoy that video with this video and my stories and my experience, and that you learned something from it, and never to do planned C-sections. And yeah, always do a progesterone test before C-sections, and everything should be good. Love y'all. Peace.